Bam, right there. Bam, right there. No, I'm just kidding. Token Vaping. How's it going, guys? Another juice review here, and this is from a company that I am really excited to be trying. I've heard a lot about them. They are all over Instagram. They're all over Facebook. They do have their own website. They're located on the East Coast, and as always, you know, I grew up on the East Coast, so I always feel a bit more honored and humbled to be able to help rep companies that are based in that area. You know, lets me feel a little more attached to home, so to speak. I do get homesick, miss the East Coast a lot. This is located way up north of the United States, coming out of the state of Maine. It is, and I'm sorry for the glare, it's the Maine Vape Co. Maine Vape Co. And I know you guys have seen this company. They, like I said, they're all over social media. They're getting really big and popular. Talked about a lot, vaped a lot. There are four different, well, three full lines, and then another flavor that they are working with, and it is. They have the white label line, which is this one right here. They have a signature series, and then they partnered with Immolation to do an Immolation line, and then there is another flavor called Prickly Smooth. And I am fortunate, honored, and humbled. I will be doing reviews on all of them, so make sure you click that red subscribe button. It will keep you updated to when I have new ones come out for this line. And I do apologize for the glare. It is just my light, but it's also because it is a stark white label, so it does show off a glare really well like that. But that is the bottle right here. It is a 60 ml bottle, and as you can see on the bottom, it is a 70-30 mix. This one is Sugarloaf, and this is the Lighthouse. Just a simplistic label. Real quick disclaimer before I get further with this. There is a big controversy and arguing going back and forth between vapors, non-vapors, the community, wholesalers, not wholesalers, manufacturers, juice companies, things like that, about labeling and how it is, whether it is used to attract children, things like that, of that nature. I'm here quickly just to state, as a reviewer, it is not my place to state pro or con whether I am for or against the labeling aspect and my opinion of it. I am here strictly to review the juice, what's inside the bottle, how it vapes, the taste profile, whether it matches what it's supposed to, and the cloud production of that. That is why I'm reviewing this. I do not want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying as whether I support or I argue either point. That has nothing to do with reviewing the juice itself. Just need to make that clear. Now, from Maine Vape Co. This is off their white label line. It is a 60 ml bottle. It isn't a 3 nicotine. They do have a website. It's mainvapeco.com. Basically, we'll list all of their flavors that are available. Will list their profiles, things like that. They have a direct contact. They have a direct email. If you want to purchase any of these flavors, one of the main sites that you can go to for this is ejuices.co. Let me verify that. It's ejuices.co. And that will get you to the purchasing site for this line. It will basically just list the flavors on there and their strengths. It's a 0, 3, and a 6. And like I said, just plain simple label. It is a 60 ml in a 3 milligram with the warning and ingredient labeling that it does need. Simplistic label, gets the point across, has a simple logo. It is a Lighthouse for being up in Maine. There is the website right there on the bottom. Has a beefy security ring in this Chubby Gorilla bottle. So you can tell, I mean, this does not move until you bust the seal. So this is going to be our first vape, first review, which is going on a fresh wick coil. And as you can see right here, a quick shout out to USV, United Society of Vape. Thank you for your little USV LMOD device that I will be using. And the cotton that I'm using is Texas Tough Cotton. Just works really well for me. I've been using it for quite a while now if you've been watching my reviews. Main reason why I do like the cotton a lot is that it does not have a whole lot of break-in time, so we basically can jump right into flavor without worrying about having to vape a bit before you get to that. So I will put that link in the comment box as well. Now, as I said, there are multiple lines to this company. This is the white label, which is their I believe it's their original line, and this is Sugarloaf. Basically, Sugarloaf is just a fluffy sponge cake filled with sweet vanilla cream. That sounds vaguely familiar. So we're going to pop this open and we're going to go ahead and test this out and see how this tastes. So as I said, with the security ring right there, and it pops, and then you have your convenient nozzle tip. Now again, if this nozzle tip is larger than what you prefer using, or it does not work for the tank that you're using, some tanks do have smaller fill ports, you can always just straight transfer it to a unicorn bottle. But it just makes it convenient if you're, especially if you're using a dripper such as this. You just can go direct into applying the juice to your cotton without having to worry about a dropper or making sure that you're trying to hold a bottle and your device and the dropper and things like that. So again, more and more companies now are just switching straight into offering their juices in a unicorn bottle style. It does make it a bit more convenient, especially if you're just looking to grab something and go without having to worry about making sure you have everything packed up that you need to properly disperse the juice. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up. Do a quick pre-burn on that, get the juice flowing. Very sweet aroma off the burn off, so this should be an interesting vape. Not too overly, I guess you could say, sugary smelling. Not that there's sugar in this, but if you know the flavor, you kind of have an expectation of what it's going to smell like or taste like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cap this up. And as always, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is Sugarloaf from the white label line from Maine Vape Co. So as you can see, for a 70-30 mix, the cloud production is pretty solid, which is always nice because, you know, most people nowadays, even if you don't go for heavy dense clouds, they do like to have solid clouds because it gives more of an effect and a feel as when you're vaping. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick re-drip, which I've started doing lately, and it's just to make sure that I don't miss anything on the flavor. Regardless of whether the break-in time is non-existent or not, you never know for sure off the first couple of vapes whether you're getting everything out of the flavor itself. So I've just started doing just a quick little re-drip on it just to ensure that, you know, the next few hits, whether or not they taste the same as the first, and then if there's something that I did miss the first time, that way I can tell you. Okay, so Sugarloaf. A couple of things that I do like about that. Definitely do taste the sponge cake. However, it is not overly done. It's not too much. It's not completely artificial tasting to where you feel like it's all like a sugary style taste. It definitely has more of a cake style flavor to it. The vanilla cream does smooth out the whole undertone of it. It is a very smooth vape for what it is. I was expecting it to be a bit more. I hate to say artificial tasting. I really do, because that is kind of misleading. But for what the flavor profile is, you're expecting it to have a sugary, sweet kind of taste to it, and it really actually has a more smoother, sweet taste to it. Between the cake and the vanilla cream, which is really nice actually, because it makes for a very comfortable vape. It's not too much, but it's definitely something that if you did have a slight sweet tooth, but you didn't want like a candy flavor or something overly sweet, that this would definitely fulfill. Very smooth, no throat hit. At a 70-30 with the mix ratio that they're using, with the way that they mix the flavors, is a very, very smooth vape. No throat hit whatsoever, very comfortable, and just enough flavor, like I said, to fulfill a sweet tooth without being too much to where you feel like you can only vape it for a few minutes and then you're going to get vaped out on it right away. Unless you are not a dessert style vapor or anything like that, and like for your sweetness you prefer more of the candy style, this I can definitely see accommodating quite a few people, just for, you know, changing up their rotation, just for a here or there vape, just something that, I mean, even if you used it as an all day, it's still not, the flavor isn't too much that you're gonna vape out on, you're gonna vape yourself out on it, you know, before the day is over, so to speak. Honestly, you get just enough cake flavor to make it last in your mouth. The vanilla cream smooths it out, and then it's gone. And then you vape the next time, and then you just keep going with that. So it does make you want to keep vaping it without sitting on your tongue and just overly saturating your taste buds. So that's actually really, really cool. And like I said, with the smoothness of it and the undertone with no throat hit, it just makes for a really nice, sweet vape. But definitely check them out. It's Maine Vape Co. They do have the website, mainvapeco.com. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram. I believe they're on Indeed. You can email them directly. Just a great company overall. Amazing people behind it. Shout out and thank you to everybody that has put in the time and effort to make these flavors what they are, and to make sure that the vapors are getting a premium style juice without having to pay an arm and a leg for them. So definitely check it out. And like I said, also go to ejuices.co if you are interested in purchasing any of these as well. As always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I'm doing this. So definitely reach out to me. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or any particular video that you would like to see done. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, morning, noon, night, regardless of any time, always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.